May God continue to bless you as you have blessed us, Ricky and Julie Creel. So they appreciate a donation. A couple of announcements. First of all, right after church, we will go across the street and have a potluck this noon. So even if you did not bring anything, please join us. You know, people always, you can't just make a little bit of something and take it to a potluck. There's always food for everyone. So please come and join us and join your church family and enjoy a meal together. You might want to write this down on your bulletin and then take your bulletin home. Next Sunday at 3 o'clock, that's November 26th, we are going to meet here to decorate the church for the Christmas and the Advent season. So please come at 3 o'clock. We will announce it. I will put it also in the email that goes out this week. 3 o'clock next Sunday, and we'll decorate here. And Allison said she'd make some soup, and I said I'd bring some bread. So come join us for that after we decorate. It usually, if you're concerned about time, and I have no idea what the football schedule might be like, but it usually only takes an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. Always takes more to put it up than it does to take it down. But come join us. We always have a good time while we're doing it. Thank you to the additional people that have volunteered to read the Old Testament readings of this morning. Daryl is reading for us from the Old Testament, so thank you to the several of you that have volunteered to do that. If anybody else is feeling a little braver now that they aren't the first one to do it, please see Allison to talk to her about it. Barbara McFadden, who's on the road today, please be safe. Lord, keep her safe. Barbara began a group this last Thursday night meeting on grief and grieving. It's primarily for someone who has lost a spouse, but they will consider anybody who is grieving and in need of this group. Please don't feel like if you have another reason for grieving other than losing a spouse, please see Barbara. And the next meeting on that group for sure is December 14th at Taylor's Place. But contact Barbara about that. And then last, thank you to all of the volunteers that helped at Hope this week. It was a crazy week, as many weeks are when we're doing distribution of food to our neighbors. We had 25 volunteers on Wednesday alone. I was just in awe of how well we all worked together and got the food out. On Wednesday, we had 139 and a half volunteer hours in one day. Amazing. You volunteers are just amazing. That continued again on Thursday, and by about 12:30 or so, it was kind of a lull and not many people were coming, so we sent people home, and Bessie and Cordy and I set up the table outside to continue doing the distribution, when all of a sudden another large food bank truck drove up, totally unexpected. They brought, I did not count how many bags, how many 50-pound bags of potatoes they dropped off. But they had many. And then boxes of produce that had things like peppers, broccoli, lettuce, cabbage, yes. I mean, it had all kinds of food in it. And so Cordy and I got back on our phones and we called many of the same volunteers that had just left an hour earlier And I'll be darned, they all showed up. And within 90 minutes, we had all of that food distributed to anybody driving by. So, and to the restaurants. We called all the restaurants. We thought, well, I bet they can use 50 pounds of potatoes. So it was quite a day, and we just can't thank all of you enough. It was amazing. Then Friday, Valeda and Felix had missed the communication that we weren't going to be needing volunteers on Friday, so they showed up just as Border Patrol brought a whole bunch of donated non-perishable items. So what did they do? Oh, they stayed and got all of that on the shelves, and we are just blessed. There's no other word to say. We are blessed. Let's see. There will be, here's another thing you can write down on your bulletin, please. On December 3rd, which is 2 weeks from today, it's a Sunday, first Sunday in Advent, 3 o'clock admin council meeting, and that will be here, sanctuary, and that will go out in the email also this week and next week. I think that's all the announcements I have. I'm sorry, what? Thanks be to God. You are right. Are you thanking God for the end of the announcements? just asking for a friend. Thank you for saying that. Anybody else have an announcement? Yes.
It's not really an announcement. I went over.
Wait till Jonna gets back, please, Marcia.
I went over to Slater Hall to put stuff and to see what we had over there. Whoever brought something in the crock pot and it was on high, it was just bubbling away. So I turned it down, and that's my question. Is it okay to turn it down? All right.
I guess whoever said it agrees that that was okay.
So I got a thumbs up from Alice. Was it taco soup?
I thought you said stuffing, or did you say something?
Something.
Oh, something. Okay. I guess it works. It's turned down. It won't be cold, obviously, by the time we get there. Anything else?
Well, as you know, what's coming out of Christmas, and I went to the Frontier Christmas Committee meeting this week. So, when you're out and about and see some little cute thing that some child would enjoy playing with, bring it to church and I'll get it to the, fire department. The firemen are putting this together as usual.
Jan, we were told at Hope that they were basically focusing on preschool up through the elementary ages. Is that what you heard at that meeting? Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you have any items, bring them here or bring them to, I think the fire station might be better because we won't have church between now and Friday again. So maybe over to the fire station?
Or the EMS.
Or EMS. Same building, but that might be a good place to go. Anything else? Yeah. That didn't take long to get us. All right. All right. Anybody else? Well, this week is Jewel Hudson's birthday on the 23rd. I don't know what day that is. Wednesday? It's Thanksgiving. Okay. So Jewel, I come to church. But she, we will sing happy birthday to Jewel. Is there anyone else? Please tell her we send our fondest. Oh, we serve the person on your left and the person. Please remain standing as the acolytes bring in the cross and the light. We are singing, we gather together.
We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. He chastens and hastens His will to make known. The wicked oppressing now cease from distressing. Sing praises to His name. He forgets not His own. Beside us to guide us, our God with us joining, ordaining, maintaining His kingdom divine. So from the beginning, the fight we were winning, the Lord was at our side. All glory be thine. The text holy, thou leader triumphant, and pray that thou still our defender wilt be. Let thy congregation escape tribulation. Thy name be ever praised, O Lord, make us free.
You may be seated.
Good morning, saints. The Lord be with you. What a wonderful morning to be here with you, gathered here in the house of the Lord. As we prepare this week for Thanksgiving, hear these words written by John F. Kennedy for Thanksgiving Day, 1963. Yet as our power has grown, so has our peril. Today we give our thanks most of all for the ideals of honor and faith we inherit from our forefathers. Boldness of resolve and strength of will, for the courage and the humility which they possessed, and which we must seek every day to emulate. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Let us therefore proclaim our gratitude to Providence for manifold blessings. Let us be humbly thankful for inherited ideals, and let us resolve to share those blessings and those ideals with our fellow human beings throughout the world. On this day, let us gather in sanctuaries dedicated to worship and in homes blessed by the family affection to express our gratitude for the glorious gifts of God. And let us earnestly and humbly pray that He will continue to guide and sustain us in the great unfinished task of achieving peace, justice, and understanding among all men and nations, and of ending misery and suffering wherever they exist. And now, as the beloved children of God, let us confess our sins before God. Merciful God, we confess we have left them. We have not loved with our whole hearts as our repent. Savior, mercy. For us while we were at sin, that proves love toward us. Jesus